Hello friends, welcome to another chapter of Excel training. Today in this lecture, we learn something about how to solve the formula errors. Our last chapter, it was pertaining to the errors which do happen in our formulas, but in this chapter we learn about how to solve those errors. Okay, so I think now you are fairly comfortable with errors like name, value, and why these errors do happen. And today in this chapter we'll learn something about the Excel's formula auditing tools, which we believe is a very good tool so that we can inspect the formulas which are giving us errors. And Excel provides us a lot of features in order to check our formulas and to solve our formula errors. Now, talking about how to solve the formula errors, the first method which we'll be using is tracing precedence and dependence. But before we come to the method of like how to solve the formula errors by tracing precedence and dependence, first let me brief you regarding what we basically mean by precedence and dependence. Now just consider this cell J5. Okay, basically I have made it text, so that is why you are able to see the formula equal to K5 plus L5. So that means the value in this cell is dependent on this cell and this cell, that is K5 as well as L5. So basically in Excel terminology, K5 and L5 are precedents of cell J5. Okay, I'll just again repeat. Just imagine this formula over here, that is J5 is equal to K5 plus L5. This means K5 and L5 are precedents of cell J5 and J5 is a dependent of K5 plus L5. Now in Excel, one of the formula tracing feature is called as tracing precedence and dependence, and they help us see a graphical relationship in the form of blue arrows between the various formulas or how the formula has come. Okay, now it's better to explain you with an example. So for that, what we'll do, we'll just go to formulas, and these are the formula auditing tools we have, and during the course of this lecture we'll learn more about these formula auditing tools. Now if you see this, you have 113, which is a sum of these three numbers. Okay, now if you want to trace the precedence or those cells or those cells on which from which the value of cell C12 depends. Okay, so what you can do, you can just click on trace precedence. So you can see a line, this blue line. So this means this value is dependent on all these three cells. Okay, now let's come over here. This is basically 113 into 54. Okay, now if we do trace precedence, this is, you can see a dot over here, so that means 113 into another dot over here. So for this cell, the value of this cell is dependent on cell C12 as well as cell C14. Okay, now just assume, first what I will do is just remove all these arrows. In order to remove these arrows, you can click on remove arrows. Okay, now just imagine, just press F2. Just imagine if instead of this 54, by mistake we have taken this text, our formula will generate an error. Like in this case, it's a simple example so that you can straight away come to know that the error is in this cell, and the value of this cell is dependent on this cell. Okay, but because of some mistake, we are taking this as the reference. But many times what happens that in very big sheets where you have lots of formulas and lots of linkings, it becomes a bit tiresome to trace where exactly the error has actually happened. So now suppose if there is an error over here, what you can do, you can just go to trace precedence and click. It will give you. That means the value of this cell is depending on this cell and this cell. But over here it's a text. So that means there is some error. So what you can do, you can press F2, change the cell address from this to this so that error can be rectified. Then you can press enter. So error is rectified. Okay, so this is what we call as trace precedence. Now let's come to example number 2. Name of few students are given and their scores in 3 tests is given. 3 tests are given. Okay. Now we have also taken an average. Based on this average and based on this data table, okay, we are coming at a final grade. So basically, if any student whose average is between 0 to 50, he should get a grade of fail. No one is there. If any student whose data average or the average is 51 to 75, he should get average as the grade. Any student whose average of 3 tests is between 91 to 100, he should get outstanding. Now, first we'll see the value of average. This average, it depends on what? So trace precedence. So it has shown you that value of this cell is depending on these 3 cells. And who are the dependents? This is the dependent. I'll just again show you. First, who's the precedence? So these 3 cells are the precedence, and who's the dependent? So this is the dependent. Now assume that there is an error over here. There is a reference error. You know why reference error do occur. Okay. Now, I need not explain you that now. If you want to see why this error has occurred, you can just click on trace precedence. So you will get 2 arrows. One is this and one is this. Because we are using a VLOOKUP formula over here. So this average, this will be looked into this data table, and Excel will help us to give this grade. So now then you can check the formula is right. Where is the issue? So basically the issue is over here. Like in this cell, if you see the formula, it is the 3rd column, which is 1, 2, 3, 3rd column. In this case, by mistake, somehow we have put 4th column. 4th column is not there. So that is why it is giving us an error. If you just make it 3, your error will be rectified. Enter. So error is rectified and we got the value. So this was basic about tracing precedence and dependence. Now let me just give you another tip. Suppose you have a worksheet and which is filled up with lots and lots of formulas, and you want to see all the formula at once. What you can do, you can press Ctrl Tigda. So you can see all the formulas in your particular worksheet. Okay. This will this option will make your worksheet look a bit odd, but at least you can see all the formulas which are present in a particular worksheet, even the smaller formulas like sum, multiplication, etc., everything. Okay, so Control tilde is basically the button, one sec, control tilde, yeah. So basically control plus tilde, that means you have to keep on pressing, you have to keep the control key pressed and then press this button. This button is basically on top of tab, okay, or on the intersection between tab and 1, okay. So this is the use of control tilde. You can see all the formulas in a particular worksheet. If you want to bring it back to the normal, again you have to press control tilde, okay. Now one thing I just want to brief you over here, like in case of precedence, we told you that in case if you have, like if the data basically in case of precedence, tracing the precedence and dependence, we told you that in case there is some error or something like that, you can click on trace precedence and you will get the arrows which shows you from which areas or from which cells your data value is depending on. Now let's assume we have a data value over here equal to, but the data we have taken from this sheet, okay, and this data we are dividing by 0, okay. Now if I do trace precedence, it will show a box like this. You can see it's showing a box like this. So this means data is from a separate worksheet, okay. If Excel is showing you this kind of a checkered box, this means data is from a separate sheet. These kind of arrows means data is from this worksheet only, okay. So this was just a few things about tracing precedence and dependence. The next topic which we will be taking is step-by-step evaluation. Okay, now let's take this data. Three products are given, total product sale is given, price per unit is given, total amount due is given. This is multiplication of these two factors, and amount due after discount is given, okay. So for discount, this is the data table which we are using. So this means if the sales amount is between 0 to 2000, discount applicable will be 5%. If the sales amount is between 2001 to 4000, discount applicable will be 6%. In this case, sales amount is 2760, that is this one. So discount amount applicable is 6%. Let's have a look what formula we have used. So C15, that is this, divide by 1 plus VLOOKUP C15, then this data table, okay. Now let me just make it 4. There will be error in the formula. Excel also gives us an option called as evaluate formula. You can click on it, okay. Now the complete formula is given over here. Now what Excel will do, basically it evaluates our formula, but one expression or one sub expression at a time. So first it will evaluate C15, then it will come over here, like I'll just show you, evaluate, just evaluated C15, then it will evaluate VLOOKUP, okay, then it will evaluate our reference, okay. Just again show you, and let me just tell you, it's a step-by-step evaluation. It's not just for solving errors. It can also help us understand why a formula doesn't produce the result we expect, okay. Because there is something called as Excel order of precedence, which we have learnt in our basic formulas, okay. Now you just click evaluate formula. You can also step in, like C15 is total amount due, you can step in. So this value is dependent on C11 and C13. Step in. C11 is 120, okay. Step out. Now again you can check C13. This is 23. So this is okay. Step out, step out. Okay, now we are asking Excel to check C15. Now basically Excel underlines the part of the formula that it is about to evaluate. C15. Okay. Now error checking F11, F8, H11, 4 true. Okay. Now 2760 divided by 1 plus reference, because there is some error in the formula. What we have done, we have made this as 4. It should be 3. Evaluate. Again 2760 divided by ref. Evaluate. Evaluate. So that is why there is a reference error. Okay, so this is the way evaluate formula helps us to evaluate a particular formula. Now let's do it for this one. This is a correct thing. Evaluate formula. C15. Evaluate. This is fine. Again C15. It is now checking this thing. Evaluate. So 2760 divided by 1 plus 0.06, because that is the value of discount which will be applicable on this sales. Evaluate, and we'll get the final result, that is 2604. So this was regarding the evaluate formula option. The control tilde option which we showed you, instead of that you can also click on show formulas. So in a particular Excel sheet all the formulas will be visible. Okay, now last but not the least, last topic which we'll be covering today is basically Excel's error checking function. Okay, now what happens that suppose if you have a very large worksheet that contains a number of errors that are widely distributed. Now let me give you an example. I'll just make some error over here. Instead of 3 I'll just put 7. So there is a ref error. Yeah. Now suppose we were talking about, suppose if we have a large worksheet that contains a number of errors that are widely distributed, it is very difficult for us to scroll down and find all these errors one by one, one by one, one by one. Like in this case, if you see, you have error over here, you have some error over here, you have some error over here, over here also you have some error, and you have these two errors. Now suppose if it's a very large worksheet, it becomes very difficult. Over here also you have an error. It becomes very tiresome for us to check out each and every error. Okay, now Excel do have an option where it can help us to hunt down for these errors without scrolling. Okay, so to perform an error check, what you have to do, click on error checking. So first error which Excel has got is in cell D26, which is over this. And why this error has come? A value used in the formula is of the wrong data type. Okay. Now you have again some options, help on this error, show calculation steps, ignore error, edit in formula bar. You can use these things. Okay. Resume. Next error, that's in cell I19, invalid cell reference error. You can correct this thing. Next one, cell I9. So I9, again there is an error, inconsistent formula. Next, L17, there is an error. It's a very nice tool to find out only the errors in your worksheet. Then you can work accordingly and correct them. Okay. Then again cell B20, G23 and J23. Okay, so error check is complete for the entire sheet. So this is the way Excel helps us to find out the various errors in a particular Excel sheet. Now when you talk about error checking function, Excel has also included something called as trace error. Okay, when basically we select a cell with the error code and then choose trace error, Excel traces all the precedents that lead back to the error by using the blue arrow. Okay, so that means the error is because of there's some issue over here, that is why the error has come over here. Okay, now so this error value is dependent on all these cells, but this error value is depending on this plus some number. Okay, if you have to find this thing, again go over here and again trace error, so it will show you with the help of a red line. So this was basically few things about the Excel's error tracking functions and how to solve the errors which do happen in our worksheets. So you can start working with all these things on Excel, and whatever doubts you will be having, we'll be more than happy to solve them. See you in the next lecture. Take care. Bye bye.